here's my new video. So please do like and subscribe to my channel and also click the alert button so you can see whenever I do add any new videos. Thank you for watching and enjoy. Hi everybody, and thank you for watching. So today I have got the absolute pleasure of interviewing the amazing Hannah Gallagher, and so thank you so much, Hannah, for joining on me on this. So I've just got a few questions for you, but before, would you mind just doing a little introduction to yourself and what you do and how you got into it?
Yeah, of course. So I have been with it'll be nearly 4 years actually, so a very, very long time. I was 20 years old when I found the industry. My background is makeup. I was a self-employed makeup artist, adored my job, adored my clients. But for anyone that's self-employed, you'll know that obviously if you take time off, you don't get paid. Anyone that's in the beauty industry, the makeup industry, hair industry, etc., it's very, very long hours. Like I said, I loved it, but I was working 5, 6 days a week. At the time, I was saving for, well, trying to save, I was terrible at it, for my first home. I wanted a new car. I was very, very skeptical of network marketing. From what I'd seen of it, it was very spammy, very sales based. Not something I'd ever thought I'd do. In fact, I did used to say quite negative things about it, as most people do. And then it was a client that came in, and I've had so many clients try and get me on it, like aloe vera and all sorts. And I was just like, I'm not interested. And I always felt dead harsh. But this one client came in, and she was like, I'd make the money through recruitment. And I was like, right, okay, explain, because from what I've seen, it's just constant sales posts. And I don't want to do that. Like, I used Facebook for promoting my makeup business. Like, the makeup business had worked so hard on it. I'd built a reputation of, if I feel like if you started posting loads of sale things, I could ruin my reputation. I didn't want to do that. And she explained that the way to make serious money in this industry is through recruitment. So I was like, right, okay, I'll have a look at it. I put it off for 3 months. I mainly worried about what people would think or say. Obviously, being 20 at the time, I was only young. I feel like years ago as well, the stigma around network marketing was a lot worse than it was. When I finally gave it a go, I remember like chucking my phone across the other end of the room, so scared. I remember seeing the post aimed at me, the tweets, all sorts. It was really horrible actually, but I was in the frame of mind that if I was going to start this, like, I was doing it properly. So yeah, I finally gave it a go. Within 7 months of joining, I was earning enough to have saved a deposit for my first home, and got my dream car at the time, a Range Rover Ace 20, which obviously was a really big achievement. And within a year of joining, I actually cut my hours down at work because I was earning a strong 4 figures from it. So I went down to working 2 days a week. I actually then left that company because I did start my network marketing career with another company. I left that behind, and that's when I joined Valentis. After seeing the compensation plan, it wasn't just for me. It was, okay, how can I help my team make like crazy money life? Because with a lot of other companies, and the company I was with before, they were very sales based, and I had people put in ridiculous hours, and they were only earning a couple of £100 a month. And I wanted to see these people quit their jobs. People were coming to me and they hated their situation. They had debt that kept them up at night. They hated the jobs. They were missing out on things with the children. They just weren't happy. And network marketing does open your eyes to a different way of working, and it truly changed my life. Like, by age 21, I left makeup behind completely. I went full-time as a network marketer. I was able to go away 10 times in the space of 10 months in 2019. Obviously then COVID happened, so I'm not being able to travel. But travel's really, really important to me. I became UK and Europe's top earner with Valentis. My annual salary is over $1 million a year, $1 million, which is just crazy. But that's the power of this industry. It's an uncapped amount you can earn. My team's created the most 6-figure yearly earners in UK and Europe. There's over 700 people that have quit their jobs. We've got the car bonus. I get $2,000 extra a month for my car. We can get up to $3,000 extra a month. I don't know how many of the team have hit this. I just know that in the space of 4 months, 26 of the team either hit this or got theirs doubled. It does just open your eyes to a different way of working. For me, it's the time freedom now. It's not having to set an alarm in the morning. It's if I want to go away tomorrow, I could. It's not having any stresses or worries. It's helped me, invest my money. Like, I've got a second property. I've got investments. It's just securing my future and knowing that I'll never have to work for anyone again. So yeah, that's kind of and how I got into it.
Oh, it's lovely. I mean, I personally haven't been in network marketing for that long. I started in May last year. And one of the big things for me isn't just about the money, it's about learning about the mindset and learning about law of attraction. And like your mindset calls in the morning are just, you know how much I love them. And like they really help. So even last year I was on antidepressants, I was having to take sleeping tablets, I was having to take extra antihistamines to try and help me sleep. I was in a really, really bad place. But then finding this and learning about the law of attraction, I'm no longer on antidepressants. I'm no longer taking my sleeping tablets. And I'm getting sort of goosebumps thinking about it all. But that's one of the big things that's really helped me personally. And I mean, the money's coming now, and that's just in like such a short space of time. And I'm starting to see that. And the fact that I'm able to help people as well is just it. That's what I live for. I love to help people. So that's like, that is a really big thing for me. And you yourself, to be somebody at such a high level that's been in it for so long, and you've got so many people under you, for you to sort of dedicate your time to people like myself that's not been in here for that long, it's just it just really highlights what kind of an industry this is. It is not just all about making money. You are helping so many people. Those, like I said, those mindset calls that you do every morning are just like, they really set a lot of people up for the day. And you take your own personal time out. You don't have to do those, and you don't get paid to do those. You do that because you want to, and that I just love that. So for anybody that isn't in network marketing now, that has like sort of seen little snippets, they've seen people posting about different products on Facebook and Instagram, what would be your biggest tip to anybody that might want to start something like that?
So I think a lot of factors come into why people don't join. For me, it was what people were going to say, what people would think, the criticism, and there was a lot of it. Like I said before, I feel like a few years ago the stigma was worse. I do think with COVID and how many people's jobs, you know, people were on furlough or people that lost their jobs, like if I was still doing makeup now, my whole business would have collapsed. I would have been in a very because I would have had bills to pay, and it's heartbreaking to see. And we were so lucky that network marketing was one of the only industries to boom in when COVID did hit. And I think it has realised that we're not a scam. You know, this truly can help, whether it's putting food on the table, just helping with the food shop, or quitting that job that you do hate. And it's heartbreaking how many people I speak to on a daily basis that hate their jobs, that have debt, that keep at night, that can't afford to go on holiday or can't afford to take the kids places they want to go. And I just think you have to think you only have one life. Like, money shouldn't be an issue. You've got an opportunity in front of you that clearly works. Like, it's not just me saying, oh, look at me. Like, Lizzie's pay the other week was insane for just one work. And being added into our opportunity group, there's hundreds of success stories on this team. It's not just the people at the top. No. People that have a couple of Instagram followers, a couple of thousand, people that don't use Instagram, people that aren't popular or aren't on Instagram. You don't have to be a certain type of person. You just have to arrive. Please never let the thoughts of what people could think or say about you put you off potentially changing your life. Imagine if I'd have let what people were writing about me stop me or made me quit the industry. Like, I don't even know what I'd be doing right now. I wouldn't have been able to afford my bills. It would have been awful. I would have gone into a very dark place, because for me, work is such an important part of my life. And I think building a makeup business up from, scratch, and to just have it took away from me, would have really affected me. So yeah, don't worry about what anyone could say or think. You have to do this for you. If you're fed up with your situation, then we're here to say we've got this free opportunity. You don't know. You might make no money. You might make £1,000. You might make $1 million. You don't actually know until you try. You've got to come with the mindset of you're building a business from scratch. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I wish it was. Unfortunately, they don't exist, and if they are, it's probably something dodgy or illegal. But we are building a business from scratch. You've got to come into the mindset with the mindset of, I will not quit at this. I promise myself I will give it a year. You have to give it time. People quit before the magic happens. If, like I say to my team all the time, this is a 2 to 5 year plan. If it takes 2 years, 3 years, even if it takes 5 years, what is a few years of hard work for a lifetime of freedom? This isn't just a little bit of money you can make. This is life-changing money. 5 figures a week, 5 figures a month. That debt could be gone. You could spend every day children, you could quit that job that you get anxiety over on a Sunday, or you could get rid of that horrible morning traffic. Like, I used to dread that when I worked in Manchester. It was awful. Like, so yeah, I'm just going off track. Don't listen to it. Have patience, come into it with the mind of you're building a business, and but you have to have self-belief as well. Like, you can do this. If I'm here saying I've done it, why can't you? What's the difference between me and you, or like me and Lizzie, or Lizzie and you? There's no difference. It's just to believe. So yeah, that'd be my top tips.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to go through my questions here, because I think I covered a few through one of what we've already been talking about. So what are you continuing to do? What are you doing to continue to grow as a leader?
So if I'm being honest, I'm so blessed. I have the most incredible team. Like, I'm just so grateful. I am actually in a position where if I wanted to stop working, I could.
Mm-hmm.
That is the power of network marketing. It builds a business that eventually pays you more while you do less. It's all about residual income. So I literally kind of woke up and I've made thousands. That's the earning potential. Like, the two highest ways I get paid weekly both pay me 5 figures a week, and that's from basically my teams, etc. Like, I could have signed up 2 people that week, but yeah, I'm earning off hundreds weekly. That's the power of this industry. So I am actually in a position where I could stop, and I know a lot of people would take the foot off the gas at this position because they've worked so hard to get that time freedom. But for me, you know, I'm 24. I'm not kids, I live on my own, like, and for me, it really is wanting to see my team get to the top. And I know people might not believe that. I get that, because you do join this industry to make money yourself, but you cannot succeed in this industry if you don't want to help other people. So for me, I do, at the moment, obviously in a lockdown, I am just working all the time, but normally I could do, you know, like 4 to 6 hours a day maybe. Obviously if I've got plans, I wouldn't. I do the mindset course, which obviously Lizzie's mentioned. That is so me. Like, I'm so law of attraction and mindset. It truly changed my life, and I know it's what exploded my business. So I do that, and then I sit with my team. Like, we get on Zoom just for like 3 hours straight. Like, people can come in, leave as they want. They don't have to jump on, and we just work. And I'm just connecting with people every day. I'll support my team. So like, I don't just, you know, just speak to my team. I'll speak to their teams. And I think that's why there's so much success on one team. Like, what our team's created is crazy, and it's because we've got this system, we've got this community, everyone wants to help. Obviously you do join to help yourself, but no one's just in it for themselves. Like, the way the compensation plan works as well, so a lot of other compensation plans, they're capped 5 levels deep or 7 levels deep, or you get someone to a promotion and they break away. So you have to be quite selfish. You can't really bother with certain people because you need to build your business. You know, you don't have all the time in the world. But with us, because of how our compensation plan works and the fact that there's no breakaways, there's no caps, you can help everyone, and it just builds. I've got people that I speak to every day that are like 5 lines down.
Well, me, I think I'm 3 down. So
yeah, people wouldn't bother with them, which sounds harsh, but it's because they wouldn't be earning off them. But with us, everyone earns off everyone. Plus, you get a team built for you. That it means you don't have to be a bit harsh with your time. You can just work with whoever you want, and that's really important to me, is having that community and like the friendship in the team.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love that. It's one of the big things for me as well, is that support that you get, because it can be a lonely place in the world, can't it? And like, especially during lockdown at the moment, I don't know how I would have coped throughout it, being someone who has suffered with anxiety and depression for many years. For me to have got through these few months without finding this opportunity, I genuinely don't know how I would have coped. But it's just incredible, the fact that like you can just pop you a message and you're there to help, or like it just bounce ideas off anybody, and it's just such a great community, and I absolutely love it. So one of the next questions I want to ask you is around sort of your light bulb moment. When did you think, hang on a minute, this really works?
So, because I joined with another company first, if I'm being honest, I didn't really make money for the first 3 months. And I feel like that's when a lot of people quit. But I knew that, well, for me, it was more the fact, if I start something, I'm not going to stop, because I'd be a little embarrassed to start it and stop. So I just carried on, and I was working so many hours that I didn't really give it my all. And then I hit a promotion. and I saw the pay, and it was actually about £500 for a month, which is obviously amazing, but it's really funny because with the company we're with now, you can literally earn that in 2 weeks.
I am probably a week like, not long ago.
5 months not 5 months, sorry, 4 months in my other company to earn that, and I was like, oh my god, it does work. And then I kind of just got addicted, and it was like just opened my eyes to a different way of working. It wasn't just the money anymore. Network marketing made me realize about time freedom, and I was like, I want that, especially doing makeup and being self-employed, like thinking in the future when I have a family one day, if I would have to go straight back to work because maternity pay is so rubbish. I wouldn't have been able to take time. No one would have been paying my bills. Like the hours I was spending in the salon as well, like when I wanted to have a family and stuff, like I couldn't do that, so my pay would have massively dropped, and it kind of made me think, I don't want to work till I'm 75. No. It just changed my way of thinking, so that's when I started going full force with it.
Thank you. For me personally, I do this I don't do this full time yet. I work full time and I do this on the side, but being able to see the pays that I've been able to get personally from, I mean, I can't give it hours and hours and hours and hours a day, but to see the success that even I'm getting already is just, it's just amazing. And I still like sort of count my lucky stars that I've been able to sort of be in this opportunity. So obviously I've got my own personal goals of wanting to get to a certain stage. I want to get to the car plan, and I can see them happening, and I can see them happening like even this year, and I'm dead excited about that. So with you've succeeded in so many different areas and you've achieved so much already. What are your next goals?
So for me, still 3 promotions away from the very top. Obviously I want to get to the top, like that is the goal. I want to do my next promotion this year as well, which will actually make me a 6-figure monthly earner. Like how bloody crazy is that? Bigger week this year as well. Like there's so much money wise, but it's not all about money. Like on our mindset calls, like every day we write a day in our dream life, and we do like gratitude intentions, what we want in the future. And I'm always like going like 5-6 years ahead, maybe like 3. When I have a family, going back to that, I don't want any stress. I don't ever want to wake up and not feel comfortable. I want to know that, right, okay, I've invested in this, I've got this much coming in, I'm earning this much residually, that I will never have to stress about money again, because life's too short. I want to be able to wake up, fly to wherever I want, or do this, or know that, you know, my kids like are never going to have to see me struggle. Like, so for me, it's more secure in my future. That's my goals. Like I want to have enough that I never have to stress, and I know that I'm good forever. That's the ultimate goal right now.
Cool. So I'm just going to ask, maybe I think we've covered everything that I'd sort of prepared already, but I just want to ask you a bit more about the law of attraction, and how did you get into the law of attraction? What was it that like you found? For me, I watched The Secret, and then I was like, what's this all about? This is just bonkers. And then I started like looking into a few more things, and I started seeing things happening. I'm like, hang on a minute, this actually works. So what was it for you?
So it's crazy part of my life now, but it was network marketing. So like my uplines with my previous company, everyone that was making stupid money, mindset, law of attraction, and you kind of just think it doesn't work, it's not true. And then I kind of thought, right, for me to get to the next level, I obviously need to listen to what these people are saying. Let's just give The Secret that they all go on about a listen. That was it. It literally just changed how I view everything in the world. And I remember when I was going for big promotions, and you know, obviously it's not going to happen straight away. There was ups, there was downs, and that's when most people quit. But I literally just had The Secret on repeat in my car. Then it was The Power, just on repeat, and it just made me realize that you can have anything you want. Why not? If someone else, you can have it. And then it was just like, started reading different books, watching things on YouTube, and I just got addicted. And now I literally feel like a witch. Like I can manifest anything. And I don't want to go into it too much because obviously I can't explain it in like just a few minutes, but it's like gravity is there. We know it's there, but we can't see it. And that's the same with law of attraction. And people, like anyone watching this, you'll know that when you felt good one day, amazing things happen. And it's all about vibrations. And when you become aware of it, you see well, that happened because I was in a mood that day, or I badmouthed that person. And then you see, wow, that happened because I did this, I was dead positive, I was really nice. And then you kind of start piecing everything together, and it just changes you as a person, and you naturally become more positive. Like every time I get to a traffic light and it's on green, I'm like, thank you, universe. Like, oh, person. It's hard to explain, and I know we sound loopy, but yeah, it was definitely the secret that was. But yeah, it works, and it just becomes a way of life when you realise it does work.
Yeah, it really does. I was talking to my team last night, and I was watching The Secret again last night. I tend to watch it probably once a week now, and I absolutely love it. And I said every time I watch it, something magic happens. And then I'm not going to give too much away, but obviously this morning I had this massive light bulb thought, and I just went with it. And that, I don't think that would happen if I didn't have that belief in myself now. Whereas I never used to believe in myself. I had a previous manager at a previous company in my corporate job tell me that I would never work in sales and I would never achieve what I wanted to achieve because I'm too nice and I'm too service focused. And I've now gone on to, in my full-time job, I'm now a corporate account manager in sales and a lot higher up to the position that I was applying for. And it is just that self-belief and understanding what you are capable of. Obviously I've got bigger dreams now, so I'm going for those. But that's all the questions that I've got really, and I just want to thank you very much for your time. And is there anything else that you wanted to say before we go? Or
just if anyone is and you are still on the fence and there's something in you that wants to do it, but you're stopping yourself, just go for it. You have nothing to lose. Imagine if Lizzie didn't join or I didn't join. Like, I actually can't even imagine. I don't know what I'd be doing right now. Just go for it. You don't know. You might make 0. You might, like I said before, you might make 1,000. You might make 1,000,000. You don't know. Just go for it. Never listen to what other people might say or think. You've got to do this for you. If you're not happy, if you have money worries, then please just give it a go. It's free to join.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.